because I'm getting fucking chills. It's the first time I get like actual up my down my back chills, and the hairs, th- they're not that up yet. So we're gonna move on to the. It was like I want to say 10, or when I was very young. I remember I used to love. I love to listen to conspiracy theories. It didn't matter if they were from like Mexico or like the typical um, Day of the Death, like Dia de Muertos and stuff like that. If you're Mexican, you get it. But over there we have the Day of the Death. We celebrated on October the 2nd. Actually, it just passed. But there were so many theories about La Llorona and stuff like that, right? Just like what's it called, ghost encounters and theories, and conspiracy theories about this and this and that, and like murderers and stuff like that. But that was from Mexico. But I haven't really gotten fully into like the US and purely conspiracy theories. I know like I hear thing in there like about the world is going to end, like the reptilians and like the fake people, like the people with the mask. Well, not the mask, like the fake people that they wear fake suits pretty much and they look alike. So I mean, it is pretty interesting. But I'm going to react to, I think, Amaranth conspiracy theory. I don't know who this guy is, but I'm going to be watching and reacting to it because, dude, uh, conspiracy theories have a little spot right here on my heart because they're pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you. Some of them become true. Some of them are like really freaking crazy, but I'm gonna get into it.
He knows when the world's gonna end, and here's the proof.
There's a CIA document that came out. It's called the Adam and Eve story. It basically explains how the world is going to end. Has it been true? Well, it makes sense. They say the world is going to end because the poles, North and South Pole, they shift every 12,000 to 15,000 years. And once they shift, it causes a giant apocalypse, big earthquakes, giant tsunamis. Once the apocalypse happens, we go right back to the Stone Age. So according to this information, the first humans similar to us existed around 10,000 years ago. We were in year 2000. So that means that we're at the year 12,000 right now. And now we see global warming, earthquakes, and so on. What's also mind-blowing is that in the book, it says that we are the sixth civilization that came out of the apocalypse. And that would also explain a lot because the Sahara Desert used to be green and the Antarctica used to have forests. So are we just in a constant loop? That's the exact thing the Bible was talking about, the massive fluid. Also, that's what probably happened to Atlantis. It would make sense for a city in the water if the water wasn't there before. So would you believe me if I told you that...
So this conspiracy actually got me, saying down the rabbit.
Dude. Before we keep going, that's crazy to think about, dude. It's mind blowing. You know why? We all think that we come from the ancestors. We come from the monkey. We come from apes. We come from like the Stone Age, right? And then we started forming, and we can go back into like what's it called? Nuclear fusion? No, what the fuck am I saying, bro? No. What's it called, dude? Fuck. I'm gonna have to cut this part because I can't remember. The Stone Age, the, at the beginning, right? We started doing the. Dude, I honestly forgot the word. Fuck it. I'm gonna have to cut this. But yeah, I mean, this is mind blowing, man. Think about it. We come from like ancestors from who knows how many years, who knows how many light years, who knows how many millions of years of this earth. And dude, it kind of makes sense, man. I've heard about Atlantis, I've heard about cities underwater. And I think about this way. Why are they underwater? I mean, there's no way they were like, like mermaids and like, mermaid. Nah, none of that BS, right? But like, wow, I mean, does that mean that we're gonna be next? I mean, you never know, man. Some people might say fake news, some people might say fake media, fake this, fake that. It never happened. But who are we to judge, right? What's going to happen? What are the events going to happen in the future, right? So I'm gonna get into the next one, okay?
Go ahead and pause it, but it says a conspiracy is that Balenciaga is using a deceased human as a mannequin in the store in Paris. Not only that, his name is Christopher G, and he disappeared in 2020. He was also a model for Balenciaga. The hair on the hands on the mannequin looks too real. On Christopher's IG, he hasn't posted it since 2020. They said he went live on Instagram, but a lot of people said it wasn't him because it was like a lookalike, and they're convinced that that's him in the store. Watch, check the picture out. I'm gonna show the mannequin first, and then I'm gonna show the other one. So this is the mannequin right here. Watch, check it out. Go ahead and pause it. And then this is like a real picture, and this is the real picture of him right here. Yeah, so let me know what y'all think about this one in the comments below. It's crazy. Catch on the next one. We out.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are listening to this podcast in America, you now live in a country where two things happen. The government, they have confirmed that not only
Here we go.
are unidentified flying objects real and documented,
Yep.
our government has now confirmed
Confirmed.
that those unidentified flying objects are non-human made aircrafts.
Wow.
And our government has also admitted to the fact that they have recovered those aircrafts in the past
Yep.
and the pilots.
Everything that they ever tell us is bullshit. And one
Damn. Dude. Let me go back to it. Because, dude, that's crazy. I remember when they first, I'm like, there's no way, It's not like I'm a big, conspiracy guy, like, oh, yeah, this happened, I'm not that convicted like some dudes, that actually, know more a lot. They know more a lot more of conspiracy theories. But, I like conspiracy theories, but, the day that they came out, I'm like, there's not like, it's all a hoax. I think that's what it's called. Like, it's all fake, Like, we know, everybody knows that they exist, like UFOs and, non-humans. But, one thing, they might be fabricated by the government. You never know, man. I always think about it this way, and it's mind blowing because there's 8 billion people and growing. People die every day. People are born every day. Think about it that way. It's mind blowing. I know. Like, we all, if you think about it, we are all insignificant to the massive world we live in. We can't even fill it up yet. Not yet. Everything else is water, unless we live like on sky, like freaking cities, like sky cities, like Star Wars. If you guys watch Star Wars, there's like this I think it was the The Empire Strikes Back, where Lando, right? Yeah. Lando lives, the sky cities, If we live like that, maybe we could have even 8 more billion people. That's crazy. Those are like years of experimenting and, years of growing the population and even more, Everybody could have like 5 kids, Imagine 8 times 5. That 40, 40 billion? Damn. Well, let's just cut it in half, 20 billion. Still, it's a lot, It's a lot. Let me see what else we have to react.
One of them is that food pyramid, that dairy is good for the bones and calcium. Literally, milk actually strips the bone of calcium. Look at the sun because it will make us go blind. Sun gazing actually stimulates your pineal gland to open up your third eye so you can move on different dimensions of densities. Everything they ever have told us is a lie. They tell us that our heart is a pump. Your heart is not a pump. Your heart is a valve. Your lungs is a pump that pumps the blood to the heart. The heart is a valve mechanism that controls the cardio output of blood. Everything they tell us about everything is a lie. They tell you your hair is just hair. No, our hair is non-ether hair. It is actually an extension of your nervous system. It is used to scan the environment, and it brings all of these different melanin neurotransmitters back to your skin to tell you whether to actually engage in the environment or take fight or flight and run away. That's why you get gut feelings. That's why when you see paranormal activities, the hair on your skin stand up. So everything that they ever told us about ourselves is a lie. But it's cool because they don't know who we are.
Bro, I just got chills, dude. I'm not even kidding, dude. I've never said I got chills, but I got chills. Oh my, dude. Oh, shit. Why my hair's going up? Oh, hell no. Dude, think about it for a second. Let me take a drink. In this video, I might not do a lot of cuts because I don't like doing cuts. I don't like to edit, but still. But dude, that's crazy, and it's true. All of what he mentioned that everybody told you about, not do this or not do that. Yeah, some people say if you look at the sun, you might go blind. I've tried it sometimes, and I see like the reflection of the sun, right? Like like the pulses, I see like, just glowing in my eyes. But then, after like maybe 5 minutes, obviously I didn't like stare at it for like 10 minutes. It was just like a quick 5 seconds, I recovered like 2 minutes later. It's not, it's not a good ROI, so don't do it. Let me see what else we have to,
Careful with your iPhone, as there is a theory that suggests it is a subtle symbol of the Antichrist. Indeed, some argue that the I in the name iPhone refers to the eye, a symbol often associated with surveillance and control. And this is where the theory becomes truly intriguing. The iPhone has the ability to hear and observe nearly everything you say and do constantly. It is constantly listening. And what about Siri? It turns out that if you spell Siri backwards, you get Iris. The iris is not only a part of the eye, but also the name of the Greek goddess of messengers, a bridge between humanity and the gods. If you flip over your iPhone and look at the back, you will see the famous Apple logo, an apple with a bite taken out of it. This reminds many of the forbidden fruit from the Garden of Eden, the instrument Satan used to tempt humans and lead them to commit the original sin. Thus, the iPhone, this ever-present device displaying the symbol of original sin, could indeed be a sign of evil incarnate.
I got a conspiracy.
Dude, no. I have my phone right here with me. Dude, and a MacBook. Where's my phone? Fuck. Dude, I'm getting chills, dude. I usually never get chills like this, but, I'm getting chills up my back. That's crazy. That is crazy news, By the way, I kind of look fat and jacked at the same time, so, no worries. We'll figure that out later. But, dude, it's just conspiracy theories that if you think about it, I'm like, what the like, who has the time? Well, I mean, all of us, apparently all of us, but who has the time to, research? Like, we all know phones can hear us. We all know that. Sometimes when when you have your phone on you and then you're like playing a game or you maybe talking or texting, to someone, Siri just comes out of nowhere. We all have experienced it. And I'm not even kidding. I'm getting chills right now because it's true. It's too many chills. Look. I don't know if you can see. Yeah. Look. You can see all of this. You see the hairs right here? Literally. I'm not kidding. That's crazy. Even though I don't have big forearms, you can see through it. Why the fuck am I getting chills? Oh, okay. That is weird. But yes, my phone is right behind me, dude. And it's scary because sometimes I be texting, sometimes I be talking to my mom, right? Or to my family members. And then all of a sudden, I hear, I cannot hear you. The typical series like, oh, I cannot hear you. Or, can you repeat that again? I'm like, what the fuck? And then, when you're looking out for something on the internet and you're like talking to someone about it, right? Like, I want to buy some joggers, or I want to buy some like Young LA merch, or maybe I want to buy this, or, I'm interested in doing this certain thing on YouTube. And then all of a sudden, on your recommended, it's the things you want to see. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's too good to be true, but it's too scary to be true, Let me see.
Theory, and I want y'all to please listen along to this. And you become croaked the fuck over and your body is down there at the morgue, do the Y incision and they take all the insides out and they drain your bodily fluid. I assume, just like at the hospital, they would dispose of that and call it like toxic waste. Slap a red stamp on that motherfucker. And people pretend to come in there and get it to take it to an unknown location, right? But what if that unknown location is really a very well-known location? The water. Because do they got like a big ass tank for everybody who passed away bodily fluids? Roll with me, because if they put that into the regular drinking water, whether you're going to get it through the faucet like the tap or through the bottled water, Is that why they got so many different levels to water, like purified and this percentage for alkaline? Like, what if it's unavoidable? They put it in all the damn water. Like some aqua cremation type shit. It's a lot of creepy shit that be going on down there at the water plants, you know what I'm saying? I had a family member work over there. And it was just amazing to me to see how many people flush tampons knowing you ain't supposed to flush them, and what they do when they do got to clean that water from the tampons. Because they don't do nothing but clean it and bleach that motherfucker and give it back to you. And then you bathe in it and you drink it and you cook with it. And we just sipping on dead people. I'm not done yet. But if you driving down the road and you in a state that you ain't never been to before, or you in a city that you ain't never been to before, or you in the same city you grew up in, but you ain't never been to this park before, and you just look at something, like you look at a tree and you just have a whole vivid memory of what happened at that tree, but you never in your life been at that fucking tree. What if it's because the person who was really at that damn tree, you ingested their ass? That's how you're seeing the memories. What if that's why certain people can communicate with the deceased? Why they can travel to different realms? Because it's like an overload of people DNA. I mean, really think about it. COVID supposedly took plenty people off the map, but I know that all them people didn't get cremated, or they didn't donate their body to science. And maybe a few percentage of them did. Or maybe a few percentage of people couldn't afford a funeral, couldn't afford a cremation service, and they had to donate the body to science. But that was a lot of fucking people that got took the fuck out from COVID. You know, from what the news reported, where did all them people go? Because you got bitches out here like me who be calling cemeteries up. Y'all know how many times I call Graceland Cemetery up over there in the Milwaukee, and I would just be trying to figure out why they always got so many lots open, and why do they never expand? Because the math really not fucking math. Where is all these people at that supposedly died from the COVID? Why is it always room open? And these cemeteries ain't just open, honey. They been open for years. Like, they've been open before I was born. You still ain't ran out of room? So at this point, I feel like the water fucked up, the air fucked up, the food is definitely fucked up, and the soil is fucked up. This is improving, but it do make you wonder. And I feel like if this is going on, it's in the ingredients that is another word for dead people. What do y'all think?
There's a dark secret to
Dude, that was a lot to digest. That was plenty to digest, dude. I don't get... Okay, dude. Dead people water. We got cemeteries, let's open. We got the food. We got the air. What else can we have, man? Like, I get what she's saying, but, you know, it's just like a all over the place conspiracy theory, right? Okay, so I kind of, you know, effed that up. No worries. You didn't see anything. It was okay. I thought I stopped the recording, and I'm like, oh my god, I have to restart over again. But anyways, no, we're good. We're gonna see the next one. If I have this, because, you know, I want to make my voice clear. I want to, you know, I don't want to be all the way over here. I want to be all the way over here, right? And so, if you haven't already liked the video, like the video, man, because I'm having fun. You're having fun. And I mean, it's rough, man. I mean, I can't put it into words because, you know, I'm getting fucking chills. It's the first time I get like actual down my back chills, and the hairs, you know, they're not that up yet. So we're gonna move on to the next one. I hope you guys are liking it, man. I mean, if you have the time, or pause. If you don't have the time, pause this. Go do what you gotta do. Go work, because dude, this is going to extend a little more, maybe like 10 more minutes.
why we celebrate our birthdays. I don't know if it's a conspiracy theory or if it's true, but it blew my mind. So according to the stories and what I've heard, is you know how we chant, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. Well, chanting that is actually a ritual against us. Oh, these noodles taste like your mom's booty. And you know how I like your mom's booty. I know it sounds crazy, but hear me out though. You notice how happy birthday is like a chant. You light the candles, turn off a light, you all get in a circle, you start chanting, and then you blow out the candles. Tell me that's not portraying a ritual experience. Now let me tell you what I heard the ritual does. But first, what month and day were you born? Let me know down below. I want to know what sign you are.
Yeah,
me, I was born August 29th, and I'm a Virgo. Anyways, it is said...
Oh, that's very interesting. I was born April 29. 29 babies. Let's go.
that. When we do that, it's a ritual that's sealing our fate to grow older. And that's why some people believe that people who don't celebrate their birthdays tend to look younger than they actually are. Now look, this is all conspiracy, and it's circling around the internet right now. But it's kind of scary to think about.
Do you remember the
Well, I don't think so. I think that's kind of cap. I think, dude, like, come on. We all age. Like, come on. Like, Jesus. Unless this thought it's fake. Damn, bro. I think I'm lost.
these books from your childhood, the McGraw-Hill science textbooks? I mean, this company published all sorts of textbooks for elementary through high school kids, and I definitely remember reading some of these in my class.
Yeah, of course. I think I had that one. The one with the tiger and the one with the little frog. I think I had that one, yeah.
Classes. But did you know that one of the companies that published these books was owned by Ghislaine Maxwell's father? If you don't know Ghislaine, she was Jeffrey Epstein's business partner, and she helped run his massive sex trafficking operation. She was the madam in the operation and would recruit girls into his terrible ring. But we're not really here to talk about her. We're here to talk about Robert Maxwell, her father. Now, Robert was an extremely wealthy British businessman. So in 1984, after Robert Maxwell had already acquired a lot of wealth, he purchased a publishing group. This group included publications in newspapers like the Daily Mirror, which is still in existence. I mean, there is a lot to uncover about Robert Maxwell. He was best friends with a lot of British royals. He rubbed elbows with celebrities, with the elite. And like I said before, he was extremely wealthy. He even had a massive private yacht that he nicknamed the Lady Ghislaine after his daughter. Now, with all of these powerful connections, there has to be some sort of controversy, right? Well, for decades, it's been alleged that Robert Maxwell was actually a spy. And people don't really know which intelligence agency he worked for the most, but he has ties to the Russian KGB, the British intelligence service MI6, and the Israeli intelligence service, the Mossad. People have alleged that Robert Maxwell was actually a triple or double agent, meaning that he might have been sharing information between 3 different Secret Service organizations. Obviously, this showed that he didn't really have anybody that he worked for in particular, he just chased the money and the power. It's very strange that his blood daughter Ghislaine would end up being directly involved with one of the biggest sex trafficking rings in world history. Now, you can read a lot about Robert Maxwell's supposed spying. One fact that I found interesting was that 6 former and current heads of Israeli intelligence attended his funeral, but his death was extremely suspicious. So in November of 1991, he went sailing on his private yacht, he disappeared, and just a few days later, his completely nude body was found washed up. According to people that examined Robert's body, there was a graze on his shoulder, but there were no other noticeable injuries. But something strange is that when experts took a look at his body, nobody could conclusively say exactly how he died. And the official statement said that he may have had a heart attack and then drowned as he was urinating nude on the side of his yacht. Years later, though, a lot of different things would come out about Robert, including the fact that he bugged a lot of devices and rooms that his own employees were in because he felt like they were being disloyal and he couldn't trust anybody. His own sons even came out and said that while they didn't know exactly what had happened to him, they knew that he didn't take his own life because he wouldn't do that, and he had talked about how he would never do that. So obviously, this is just unbelievably bizarre how this all ties into Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein, that whole saga. And I feel like it's something that a lot of people don't talk about and the government really hasn't looked into. And back to the beginning, I can't ever really look at one of these books the same again.
Like, dude, I am mind blown right now. Like, you cannot even imagine how mind blown I am. That's gonna be the end of the video. I might do another one. I might do a second, not a second part, but I will do another. I'm gonna do one more after this because, you know, there's so many conspiracy theories that we can go over and for hours and hours and hours. But in all reality, I want to make you guys entertained. So I know there wasn't a lot of commentary here, but if you like the video, subscribe. If you want to see more and maybe dive into more conspiracy theories and maybe some thoughts that maybe whoever watches this have, let's do it. I'm down. Let's do it. So that's gonna be the end of the video. I hope you guys like it, and you might see another one from this. So stay active. Let's stay active. Yeah, let's stay active and stay on this thing. I think that's what it's called, right? Yeah.